Hi guys, this is Jack. Still Branch sent over this for a test and review of their old-fashioned syrup. So this syrup comes in these little packets. It comes out in like a really dark, thick liquid. They say they've got herbal bitters, they've got orange extract, and they have wild Italian cherries. And then they're using a sorghum syrup, sorghum molasses syrup. That's where the sugar content comes from. So I'm a big bourbon guy. So I've poured this with bourbon. I ended up using Buffalo Trace, which is about 45% ABV. I've got a range of bourbons I like to try. Some of these will be up to 115, 120 proof, so about 55 or 60%. So depending on how much bourbon flavor you want to get, you might want to use like a higher proof. I've previously already tried this with a rye. This was a 90%, I'm sorry, a 45 proof, and I get it right, 45% 90 proof rye. Rye is going to have a little bit more of a spicy flavor to it. So I've already reviewed that. I'm a big rye guy, so I think I lead typically with an old fashioned with a rye, but now I'm going to try a bourbon. So I used Buffalo Trace. So I'm going to go in and see what this tastes like. So it's already, so I poured this in about a minute ago and I stirred it up. So it really increased the darkness of the bourbon a good bit, like a little brown hue to it. I'm getting a little bit of cherry off of that and maybe a little bit of orange. Yeah, so you immediately get that Italian cherry. That's almost like it's almost like a dark cherry. It's a really, wow, that cherry is really lighting me up here, right? It's a really big flavor. And then I'm starting to get, now the bitters are coming in now. And now I'm starting to get the orange. The orange is kind of finishing with an orange, but the cherry's still there. That cherry and orange, I tell you what, like if you've never had bourbon before, bourbon can be very intimidating. You try an old fashioned, it's a really good way to enter into the bourbon market. And for me, like whenever I'm looking for one of my favorite bourbons, I'm always looking for a cherry flavor. Some of my favorite bourbons have cherry in it. This is tremendous. This is so good this way. You can make your own. You can make your own simple syrup, get your bottle of bitters, get an orange slice, get some cherries. But this was so easy. I mean, you squeeze it in, you stir it around for 30 seconds, and you're rocking. And I tell you, this is fantastic. And it's so easy. If you got any chance of liking bourbon, I would heavily try Still Branch syrup. So one thing I forgot to add, I used 2 ounces of Buffalo Trace. So the recipe calls for 2 ounces. Ice cube, add in the syrup, and you mix it for 30 seconds. This is a pretty full flavored drink. So if you're new to bourbon and this is going to be maybe a little too strong for some, nothing wrong with cutting your bourbon with a little bit of water to make it something that actually you can enjoy longer as well. So this is about 6 or 8 drinks and you're done. So old fashions are just fantastic. One of my favorite drinks ever. So I highly recommend Still Branch. Fantastic product. Hope this review helps. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for watching.